Hello, everyone. Zeffy computer, can you die again? No. What is wrong with you? Don't curse my PC to be
15
blue
months.
screened.
Yippee yippee. Hopefully this keeps the tech goblins away. Always happy to support the amazing human at the center of this fantastic community.
Oh, Atari, why is there an ad playing? Oh, fuck, we got an ad. Sorry, chat. If you were able to get the error code on the blue screen, I didn't. It just... My PC has been doing that. I think I just need to upgrade something. I think something's just out of whack, and I'm really nervous about upgrading something on my PC because I've never done that before, ever, and that's just nerve-wracking. I'm also sorry. Fuck. No, go back. Okay, we didn't get a transition there. I'm gonna transition back to starting stream because it feels wrong. And then we come back to no game. What? Why is there no transition between... What? I'm trying this again. No, the transition is not... Okay, I think I did it too quickly. No, the transition is not dead. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I don't know what happened. But, yeah, my PC blue screen. But hey, Atare, Ouija fan, Hopes, Mare, Cass, anyone else who's in the chat that I've missed. Technically, this counts as a second stream, so feel free to get all of your salutations in again. To get your stonks up, I will hydrate for Mesa. Thank you, Mesa. I recommend updating some drivers. I think my drivers are all updated because I updated them a few days ago, but there may be something new that needs to be updated. Either way, I'm not doing that now. I'm not gonna do that. It feels like cheating. It's all right. I'll make you. I'll give you another salutations number. I won't. I'm kidding. I will say my PC blue screened in at the funniest moment because I was, for the K-pop fans out there, I was looking at Eunbi, her recent performance at Waterbomb. I guess my PC died for lesbian reasons. My PC committed a hate crime. They said Pride Month is over. We're killing you. But I hope everyone is doing well. How's everyone's weekends been? I'm on my time off work, so I've been having sleep-ins and stuff, doing a lot of rest. I got some albums today, some K-pop albums. I got 3 Fromis albums and an Artemis album. I went shopping yesterday and got some cool stuff. This mouse pad needs to be washed again. Uh-oh. What else? I went to a card shop yesterday, but they had like no singles, which was unfortunate. And a lot of their bulk was just completely unsorted, and I could barely find any of the Pokemon stuff. But maybe I'll go back and see another time. As someone who has seen what you're talking about, I think your PC blue screening was understandable because I did too. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what comes out in about 2.5 weeks? Yes. I do. No sleep for Kaname Date. Don't you worry. That is on the buy list. I can't wait to play that. However, I may play it maybe... I don't know. I might play it late. First of all, I don't know if I'll have the money to buy it right away. And second of all, I think I just want to play a short game in between Ace Attorney and A of the Somnium Files, because both of those are massive games, both thematically and lengthwise. It'll be hard to not see things on Twitter or Blue Sky. I don't follow a lot of AI the Somnium Files people, so I'll just avoid the feeds that I follow. And I don't really care about spoilers that much for most things. What game? No Sleep for Kaname Date. It's the third game, though I think they're calling it like the second and a half game in, what's the word? Yeah, the Somnium Files series. So, I'm excited for it. But after this game, after I finish Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, I'm probably going to move on to Portal, because I've heard Portal is relatively short. I'm going to look that up now, just in case. Howlongtobeat.com. Portal. Portal is 6 hours. Sorry, 3 hours. And then the main story plus extra is 5 hours. I did Portal 1 in one 2 to 3 hour stream. I'll probably end up splitting Portal into 2 parts, just because it's just because I yap. Just because I yap and I get carried away. And especially considering my streams are usually about 3 hours long. But yeah, 39 times I've been on a tangent, and that command hasn't even been around that long. It's only been around like 6 months or so. So imagine how many times I've yapped in the years before this year. But yeah, I'll probably end up doing Portal in just in 2 streams. Because I often do have to end up splitting short games into 2 streams. Like Papers, Please I did in 2 streams, even though it probably could have been done in 1, but like, alas. Do we want to play some squares today? If my PC allows it. I'm scared. I kind of feel like it's going to blue screen again just whenever it wants to, but alas. We'll figure it out. Portal 2 is peak. Well, I own Portal 2 as well. So I'll definitely... My current goal for how the games go, at least for the mystery games, I'm going to obviously finish Miles Edgeworth. Then we've got... then I'll play Portal. Then I'll do No Sleep for Kaname Date. And then I'll play Portal 2. And then after that, I'll do Miles Edgeworth 2. I think that's like the roadmap for the mystery games I'm going to do. As for the non-mystery games, I don't know. BioShock, I think... I don't know how far I am into BioShock 2. I'm probably... Considering BioShock 1 was about 5 streams long, and we've done 3 streams of BioShock 2 so far, I'm guessing I'm probably halfway through-ish, maybe. And then after that, I don't know. I have promised Sonic Adventure 2, so I feel like that's the current front runner. But I did recently buy Spiritfarer in the Steam sale, and I kind of want to play Spiritfarer. Also, Minecraft, I don't know what I'm going to do with Minecraft. Because, like, it's fun, but I just feel, I have a lot of anxiety about actually trying to beat the end. Half-Life is a good Where's Firefox? There's Firefox. Why haven't you loaded into Squares yet? I swear I clicked Squares. Half-Life is a good option. I don't own Half-Life. So, I want to go through my backlog of games first before playing ones that I don't have. You know? With an exception for games that are like sequels or prequels or whatever to games that I do own. For example, No Sleep for Kaname Date. Obviously, I don't own it. It's not out yet, but it's like a part of a series that I already know and love. Fight. That's not a word. Good job, me. Light. That is a word. Tile. File. Mule. Sums. Hums. Sure. Shit. That's funny. Bonus word. What about shite? Shite also a bonus word. Sorry, gang. Rums. Seer. Lure. Lures. I don't like this N. That N's not nice to me. In that case, this guy's still an option. He is. I do own Sonic Adventure 2, and I have tried to play it before. I've just had trouble with it. I don't know. I should probably not think that far ahead. Sears, Tile, did that one. We are back, Cass. Light, we did that one too. Urns and urns. Nice. There's the N. There's the N gone away. Glad about that. Tens. Lens. Hilt. Mushy. I like that. And we've also got mush. Mush, mushy, whatever. Close enough. Lent. Nice. Is elms a word? Like the tree? I mentioned this around the time of technical difficulties, but I also got a DVD collection. I saw you posted a lot of those in the Discord. Sims 3 is a good one to get, though. Out of those ones. Tens, I did that, Atari. Atari, are you... Atari, are you good? Are you okay? I feel like you're having a bit of an off day. What's happening, man? This is funny. Is lushy a word? Rush. Is rushy a word? It is. Okay. Ruse and ruse. How about muse and muser? Musers. There we go. Atari is experiencing technical difficulties. He sure is, I think. It's alright. We all have around here. I mean, I literally experienced technical difficulties maybe 2 minutes ago. User and users. Nice. I did have a Worlds Beyond game where I bricked harder than I thought was possible, so this is probably a carryover from that. Bricking is bad, right? I have forgotten. How are there that many F words? Never mind. Hopes is helping me with some of the F words. Film, films, filmer. Oh, filmer and filmers aren't valid. Filmy. Nice. Did we do Yule? Is Yule? Yule is valid. I thought Yule might be a bonus word. Bricking means you have a handful of unplayable cards. Aw, that's unlucky, dude. Hey, By Genderly, how you doing? Welcome in. So for the first 4 to 5 turns, I couldn't do anything, and in Shadowverse, that's a death sentence. I feel like in any game, that's a death sentence. Like in any, card game, I feel like competitive card game, I feel like you have to come out swinging even a little bit. Like, not even come out swinging as in, like, do the... I can't think of the words. No, there needs to be an H in there. If it isn't the notorious pelican, true. True. I love that pelican bit. Easily the best thing that happened that game. I also tried to watch the VHS tape of the Star Trek movie I got last week. The tape was watched so many times already that's basically unwatchable. Oh, that's so unlucky. Yeah, some DVDs I have are just broken, unfortunately, because of the exact same thing. Some of the Star Trek DVDs specifically, actually. In SV, you can definitely give up a few turns, but you have to at least answer your opponent's stuff. I failed at both. Damn, that's unlucky. I was watching a video earlier today about baby Pokemon in the Pokemon TCG. The reason why they're so rare is because the Pokemon that they evolve into are already considered basic in the what's the word? They're already considered basic because baby Pokemon often come a generation or two after the Pokemon that they evolve into. And baby Pokemon are also really weird to balance for that reason, because they have to both stand on their own and be powerful evolving into something. So I learned about how, did I do Mule? I did do Mule. Hopes you hold down the fort till I'm back. Yeah, Hopes is great at this. Hopes is my second carry. At least with DVDs, they can last long. If you take care of them, they'll last a long while. VHS tapes, even if you touch the tape itself once, they stop working. Yeah. I don't remember much about VHS tapes because I don't think I've used a VHS tape since I was maybe 10 or 11. So it's been a long time since I've had any kind of interaction with a VHS tape. No, that's a brand, isn't it? Damn. But no, because the way that... So baby Pokemon, especially like some baby Pokemon, such as I think the newest Bidoof card, in the TCG, not Pocket, have ended up being like despite their weakness, they end up being ridiculously overpowered for their skill or their space in the deck. Mushly? Bonus. Yeah, the longest words are 6 letters long. So thankfully, we don't have to go that large. Thank goodness for that. No, we've done Slit. Have we done Slurm? Slurp. That's an ancient Game Grumps reference. Well, the only Game Grumps references I know are ancient Game Grumps references. I haven't watched them in a long time. I was around during the era where VHS tapes were almost completely phased out, so my only interactions with them were the tapes my parents have and the VCR they have. Yeah, we've thrown most of our stuff out, mainly because most of the VHS tapes are things that we either later got on DVD or they were just things that my mum had taped. For example, like children's shows or children's movies and stuff like that, that she could play for me when I was homesick from school. Smush. Bonus word. Dang. That was a good one, though. Rums, we've got that. Rule? Nice job. Me. Complimenting myself. Tells? T-E-L-S? Bonus word. Dang. I don't like where this Y is. Shyly? There's a word. serum and serums. Oh, I love that. Because I use serums on my skin. I bought one yesterday, a refill of something that I needed. Still remember owning the first Barbie movies on VHS. One of the movies that my mum taped was Thomas and the Magic Railroad. I can't wait for Atari to perk up and be like, oh, Thomas! at that, what's the word? I know that one. It's a good one. Why you gotta call me out? Because the last time we talked about Thomas the Tank Engine, you had like a week-long hyperfixation about it afterwards. Like I accidentally revived your love for Thomas the Tank Engine, like a sleeper agent. It's just something I remember. It's an industry microphone. Well, we can try it. All right, we cannot try it. Is Mies? Seam? Seam and Seams! Oh, I'm silly. I remember watching that movie on DVD. It was a good movie. I remember enjoying it as a child. I couldn't tell you whether it's good or not because I haven't watched it in many, many long years, and I probably won't watch it ever again because I'm no longer the target audience. I did not get Mesh and Meshy. Thank you. How about Meshy? Like that anime, Dungeon Meshy. Never actually seen that. Filet, I think we did that. We did in fact do that. Enmesh. Oh, we start there. Okay. I was like, which E do we start with? One thing I hate actually is the KSI trend. Say no more. I don't even need to read the rest of your comment. You just have to say I hate KSI and I'll be like, word. I'll be like, you could stop right there. I feel you. I still haven't grown out of watching Barbie movies. I watched a few of the Barbie movies and genuinely I only really enjoyed one of them that I saw, and that was oh, I forgot the T. And that was Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. That was the best one I watched. I think I also watched the Nutcracker one, I watched the Rapunzel one, and I watched the Swan Lake one. I've been collecting physical media lately, and I always grab childhood nostalgia movies like Barbie. That's cool. I've done emus, I think. I did. Remus? No, that's just a name. Isn't the name of a star or something? I've probably said this in a past stream, but I was once obsessed with Thomas when I was a kid, and I still have all the toys, wooden trains, and DVDs I had back then. Yeah, unfortunately, we live in a small house, so as I grow up and get more stuff, a lot of my childhood stuff has to go. And I live by a little bit of like a merry condo. Prince and the Pauper, I've also seen that one. And I think Fairytopia, I saw that one as well. I gotta get you to watch Magic Pegasus? Sure. I'm curious. I've watched kids' movies despite being a lot older. My girlfriend at the time made me watch all of the Descendants movies. That was a time. Those are definitely movies. Those are definitely movies. I don't know if I have much else to say, but those are definitely films. Hey, Moth, how you doing? But no, I'm thinking of the when it comes to me with physical media, multi would have been so good. It must just be because it's a prefix that it doesn't work. Is molt a word? No. That's just me going into Balatro mode. They're not good, but they're fun. Exactly. Exactly. Balatro reference. It's delicious trash to me. It's so tasty. Musa? I think I did that. Yeah, I did Muser and Muses. I did the whole thing. I still have a small interest in Thomas franchise, although it's taken more of a backseat to Sonic the Hedgehog and video games. That's fair. Yeah, a lot of the physical media that I like to buy, first of all, is DVDs of movies, because I own zero, well, not own, I am subscribed to 0 streaming services, unless you count Spotify Premium. And also, unless you count me giving my friend $5 a month to have me on their family YouTube Premium plan. And also games. I have, like, specifically console games. PC games, I often don't have the physical media of anymore, but console games, I don't like doing digital downloads unless they're purely digital downloads. For example, I recently, in the past year or so, I bought the 2 Professor Layton games that I was missing, which were Spectre's Call and Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. And I'm glad I have those. I'm glad I have those because I also, I don't know. Like, emulation is absolutely an amazing thing to exist, and the fact that it can preserve so much media that most likely will die off otherwise. But I personally would rather try to get the physical media of all of the games that I want to play instead of just kind of deciding to go by emulation. We did do film and we did do Filmy. We did do all of those. Though I guess there's one left because there's one F word left. That sounds really funny to say out of context. There's one F word left. Currently taking part in a long-term event that's going to last like a month or 2. That's cool. Fitly? I object to that as a word. It's just something about owning the physical thing that makes me happy. Yeah, essentially until I put the game into the DS socket and it genuinely doesn't want to read anymore, no matter how much I blow on the cartridge or blow on the socket, no matter how much I try to clean it. Like, only then will I... Okay, TI. Well, that was kind of obvious. That was kind of gonna be obvious. There we go. Did you get Muses? I did, Vol. Okay, SE. We did Seemly. There's that one. And then we got maybe Mewers? Never heard of that word before. But alas. I'm squinting at the guest list before I suggest something. You know, that's a really good... That's a really good idea. I probably could have been doing this the whole time. That's my bad. I could have made this a lot easier for all of you. I made it bigger. I zoomed in on the website. It's now at 133%. And now you can probably actually see half of the things. Though I do find it incredibly funny that my face is sitting right next to the word slur. There's just something about that that's funny to me. Like... Oh, well. Do we want to do... Oh, we probably should. We probably should go straight to Ace Attorney because I am sure that this last confrontation is going to take forever. But I've decided I want to do a Squirtle, so we're all gonna have to deal with that. I can zoom in on this too. There we go. I'll zoom in on this a little bit. Not too much, because the guesses are gonna take up a lot of it. Give me a Pokemon, chat. It took me a second to understand why you were censoring my name. Hopes. I was like, why? Why did you do that? But alas, I'm gonna be falling asleep to stream regardless of when you start playing the game, so it doesn't matter to me. Fair enough. Fair enough. Give me a Pokemon, chat. Gens 4, 5, or 6. I will not accept before or after. Gabite? That's a choice. Where did Gabite come from? Where did you think this is gonna be? Excuse me? Okay. Alright. It seems that perhaps your Gabite guess actually came from God. Flygon? Is Flygon the other way around? It's fucking... Alright. Like, okay. I guess this game really wants me to play Ace Attorney really quickly. Payback for being asleep at the wheel at Squares. True. This is your redemption arc. Holy crap. That very deserved applause. Incredibly deserved applause redeemed there. All right, let's play Ace Attorney. That's funny. That's really funny. And the slow clap, also deserved, I think. Ace Attorney investigations. Gabite came from the recesses of my brain. I love that you picked Gabite, because my brain never goes middle evolution first. Like, what made you think... I don't think Atare deserved a pipe, but I think I did. Thank you, Ouija. All right. What did we do last time we played this? We thought we were at the end, and then we weren't, is basically the best kind of summary I can give. Gabite was an interesting choice to me for the same reason. Yeah, exactly. Like, Gabite... Middle evolutions are mid. Like, no pun absolutely not intended, but like, they're mid. They're not particularly, like, important. A lot of them aren't particularly powerful. A lot of the times, the best quote-unquote middle evolutions are the evolutions that start off as basic Pokemon or fully evolved, and then they get an evolution before or after them. For example, Roselia getting... See, Grovyle is good because Grovyle is in... 99% of my love for Grovyle comes from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. So, yeah, Grovyle is an exception because Grovyle has actually been given time to be a star in some of the Pokemon games. I also have a soft spot for Curlia. The entire routes line, I think, is incredibly well designed, but some middle evolutions are just like the awkward teenager, you know? Like, I'm trying to think. Now, none of them are coming to mind. Often the pseudo-legendaries have a really mid-evolution. Like a Gabite. Quilladin? No, Quilladin is good. Because Quilladin is round boy. Quilladin is shaped like a friend, okay? But like, the middle evolutions, like Zweilous, or Fracture. For alligators, mid-level. Yeah, Croconaw, weird as fuck. Croconaw, worst evolution in that line. Like, for alligator is great. Totodile, great. Croconaw, he's there. He's there. The final testimony. Please let this be true. Imagine if this phase of the game is like half an hour long. Like, what the fuck would I do for the rest of stream? I'd probably play more word games, to be honest. All right, you know what? Let me jog my own memory with maybe some of the evidence. Yes, that's what we did. We, in the process of trying to prove that Alba is the culprit, we also proved that both the knife and someone's corpse, Manny Cochin or Damas 2, I don't remember, that also someone's corpse was transported across country lines, one of which, the body specifically, was transported through the pipe system. We can play words on stream. We could also play words on stream. That's true. But yeah, unfortunately, this guy does have extraterritorial rights because he was an ambassador. He's no longer an ambassador, but he was. And we're just trying to bring him down despite the fact that he is a murderer and also the head of a smuggling ring. Cochin's was via the pushcart. Yes, but the pushcart was also... Cochin was transported twice, is the thing. Cochin was transported through the pushcart, and then he was taken through the pipes as well, because he was swapped between sites. He was taken to Alabast first, and then moved to Babal, because of Shinar starting all the fires and stuff. All right, let's go. Whew. Wish me luck. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more. How many testimonies is this man gonna have to do? As if there is anything else for me to testify about. I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Cochin. Well, I would like to hear more about your movements before the murder occurred. I wonder if you could tell us about what you did here at the Theatrum Neutralis. Yes, we learned that Cochin was murdered at the Theatrum Neutralis. That's one thing we learned. And then he was taken to Alabast, and then through the pipe system he was moved to Babal. There it is. Very well. I suppose I could tell you about that. Because about all I did was watch the Steel Samurai stage show. Yeah, sure, we're gonna believe that. Elaborating on even that alone is good enough for me. Is it? I don't know if it's good enough for me. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place, for that is the key to this investigation. Well, we knew it was Theatrum Neutralis. I guess where in Theatrum Neutralis, because Theatrum Neutralis isn't just one tiny place. Who's he trying to fool? He's trying to fool two prosecutors, one detective, one thief, and Interpol, actually. He's trying to fool quite a few people, in fact. I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. Is the volume okay of the game? Because I played with it a little bit during, during Goose Goose Duck last week. I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them. Volume is fine? Okay, that's good. So you were in the theatre proper, watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you? Of course I was. I have a great fondness for the Steel Samurai. Oh yeah, Larry is also here. And Old Bag too. Yeah, it was pretty cool up there, wasn't I? You're not the one who was cool. It's the Steel Samurai who is cool. Edgeworth refuses to compliment this butt. Yeah, and the Steel Samurai special finishing move today was really something, huh? Hey, Edgy! Who is she? Who is this super cute girl? Larry? Larry, this super cute girl is 17? We're not doing this. You're 25. We're not doing this. We're not about that life. We're not doing this, man. She's been standing here this whole time and only now he notices her? Her name is Kay Faraday, and she's helping me in my investigation. Sorry I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never. Yeah, it's okay. I'm Larry Butts. Thank you, Franziska. Everyone say thank you, Franziska. Everyone say thank you, Franziska. She said, whip those creeps. She said, whip a creep. Punch a creep, whip a creep. Get their asses. Silence in the peanut gallery. There's no time for such trivialities at a time like this. Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final battle. You got that? I know. This is the end. For that man there. Now that's the kind of thing I like to hear. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, chat, they're on a last name basis. They've gone from title to last name. Hi, Badger. How's she doing? For those in chat, Mare messaged me today with, with, a story that Badger got, caught in a glue trap. So she ended up all spiky and dirty. Poor baby. Pepsi's lost her collar recently. We don't know if she's taken it off or it got caught on something, but we found it on the fence, on our back fence. And so we ended up having to get her a new collar. I leave this critical battle up to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh. Let's go. Have no fear. I'll finish the job. This really is the end game. The time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Alba's lies. She needs another bath because we didn't get all the oil out of her fur. Oil is what we use to get the glue out. I see. I don't even know what a glue trap is. What's a glue trap, gamers? Oh, I see. All right, I'm leaving that. I see. I saw all I needed to see there, I think. I didn't want to experience much more of that. It's mostly for bugs. Ah. I watched from the oh my goodness, I have 1 health. Yeah, one thing about me, chat, too, is that, last episode, I did die several times. Yeah, back to save scumming. I like to call it save slop. because people like to add slop at the end of things all the time now. So I'm calling it save slop. Press. The last row? I should think that an ambassador would have had a special seating reserved.
I wanted my staff to enjoy the Steel Samurai's show as well, so I gave up all of the good seats for them. It was enough for me to simply see him.
Oh! Okay. Prosecutor Oldbag on the case. Hey, the Steel Samurai wasn't the only hero. Let's not forget about the Pink Princess here.
My dear madam, if you continue to thrust about like that, your hip may begin to hurt again.
Oh my! Well, aren't you the considerate person when you want to be? You got seduced that easy? Also, Jesus. Those are still some fake boobs. Yeah, we did not have to use the word thrust. I feel stab might have been easier. But this young butterfly is on the side of edgy poo, so you can spare me the flirtatious come-ons. Thank goodness she's standing her ground. Although for creepy reasons. At least she's on the right side. Wow, he's completely frozen. In frustration, perhaps. I dare say she can be one rather trying opponent. In any case, Mr. Albert, can you actually prove to us that you were watching the show? I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. Press. Are you admitting then that you have no way of proving to us that you were watching?
Quiet! You buzz in my ear like a pesky little fly!
Oh. It seems Alba's gonna get a glue trap. Arcane Wiggles, let's go!
If you don't wish to listen quietly until the end of what I have to say, then perhaps you should pack up and get out of my way!
He's rhymes. He's a poet and he doesn't even know it.
I see that you're willing to be a bit more receptive now. While it's true that it may be difficult to prove that I was out in the audience.
I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? No? Well, I remember the contents of the show as well myself.
That's nice.
That's nice? How's Edgeworth? Don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture. Ooh, I like the word juncture. Ugh, I wasn't planning to let him.
Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here.
Can you die? Why didn't you drown in the pipes? How is professional victim Larry Butts not dead yet is the question.
Didn't you just think the climatic scene of today's show was just totally awesome? Yes, I remember that well. And that spectacular special move. The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate, early summer rain jab. Oh, that scene will live on in my heart forever.
Well, you won't have much longer forever, because you will be sentenced to death soon.
Is that how it went? I totally forgot about that.
How can you forget your own special moves? That's the special attack that the Steel Samurai uses when he's using the Samurai Spear.
Yes, and today was the first time they showed it off, was it not?
Why is Larry still here? Fucked if I know. Sorry, hydrated.
If I hadn't watched the show, then how could I answer you with the name of the move?
I suppose you are correct, but if you could, please elaborate on this point for me. All right, we've got new testimony. One of the scenes was of his never-before-seen early summer rain jab move. Okay, this is gonna be important, somehow.
Hold it!
Early summer rain jab was a move that was to be unveiled today.
And because I saw that brand new special move, I believe it confirms my alibi.
Yeah, anything that is added to the testimony is usually the part of the testimony that you then have to present evidence on, I think. How sad. The only way he's got to protect himself is that he watched the Steel Samurai. I guess This guy really has nothing else left. Yes, and to avoid arrest, you can bet he'll say or do anything. But with all of us here, there will be no escape for him. Yeah, we'll find a way to bring him to justice. Now then, let us continue with your testimony, Mr. Alba.
Very well. The Steel Samurai special move and the various other scenes.
Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them. Press.
Hold it.
I just want to do all the pressing first, and then I'll figure out where to present. I agree. Today will be a day to remember. Especially when we finally make you pay for all the wrongs you've committed.
What?
Hey, that's what the Steel Samurai says when he defeats the evil magistrate.
Actually, that line was just something I ad-libbed.
Larry, you may act all surprised, but naturally you remember this line, don't you?
Of course I do. I just now understand how the evil magistrate felt, that's all.
What, evil? He felt evil. Also, I just realized, chat, the background OST right now, it sounds like a Fall Guys OST. It sounds like the music you get for like a Fall Guys level. It has the exact identical vibes. Then allow me to make you identify with the evil magistrate some more. Hey, then that makes you the Steel Samurai, huh? Well, if you had to complete the analogy, I suppose then, yes. He's so happy. Edgeworth's little Steel Samurai kin heart is so happy. And I do believe it's about time to bring the curtains down on this with a bang. Kay and myself were also in the audience of the Steel Samurai stage show. He's got nothing on the Jammer Ninja, but he was still cool enough, I guess.
Wasn't my brand new special finishing move totally rad?
No, don't tell me! It was you who thought up the special move?
Yep. Now, what was it again? Extremely silly rain jab. Was that it? No, wait, it was double breaking chop. That doesn't sound quite right.
How can you forget a move you came up with? I feel like actually it's easier to forget something that you came up with than forget something that you learned. I feel like it's easier to remember things that have been taught to you as opposed to remembering things that you've imagined. The final piece to Mr. Alba's alibi is that he was watching the Steel Samurai's show. However, if he was busy killing Mr. Cochin, he should not have had the time to do so. Alright. One of the scenes of his never-before-seen early summer rain jab move. Okay, it has to be this that we have to... whatever the word is. So let's try and find something that takes away from this. I don't know. Okay, we can't... I always forget that you can't present people. What does this say? No, that doesn't have anything. Manny Cochin's body, the Yatagarasu key, counterfeit bills, Cadopian paper document, the knife, the statue. I don't... I don't know. Because I don't think there's anything here that can disprove that the move was called Early Summer Rain Jab, unless this says something. Because he bent it, Larry couldn't do the Early Summer Rain Jab. Yeah, that's the one. I just remembered we have the spear. The special move today was the Early Summer Rain Jab. Is that your final answer?
Objection.
You little irritating gnat!
He really loves to call Edgeworth various insect names.
Do you think you can trip me up by asking the same question over and over?
That was not my intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it would be wise for you to take a look at this.
The samurai spear? What about it?
This spear actually never made it on stage today.
Excuse me?
Unfortunately for you, tonight's Steel Samurai happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of useless hot-bloodedness. I have never heard a better sentence. Maybe he really loves bugs, or maybe he really hates bugs. It really could go one way or the other. Maybe Bug's life traumatized him as a child. Or maybe that other one, Ants, or the Ant Bully. There were so many bug movies in the 2000s. Why? Having said that, said useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. Kay, do you remember what the Steel Samurai special move was tonight? It was the Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. Correct. Because he couldn't use the spear, a last-minute change was made. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known the move was used. Quirkus Alba, you didn't even watch a single minute of the Steel Samurai stage show tonight, did you? He's losing his face.
Aha! So if he wasn't watching the show tonight,
Then it opens up the possibility that he was busy killing Mr. Cochin instead. So where were you during the show? I demand an answer. Now. Oh, I thought we had him. No. What do you mean he's composed again? Just what's so funny?
You're so sloppy. And so are your conclusions.
Why do I hear boss music?
I still insist that I watched the show. Or most of it in any case.
What do you mean by most of it?
You see, during the show I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. I assume that was when the dramatic scene was played out on stage. That is the lousiest, lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life, pal. Just because he got the name of the move wrong. We can't really use that as proof that he didn't watch the show at all. As a fan of the Steel Samurai, I'd wanted to watch the entire show. Honest. But I have bladder problems and must pee.
As a Steel Samurai fan, for someone who wasn't even in his seat for the climax of the show, you have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan, ever. Edgeworth, you're fighting about the wrong topic. We're trying to prove this guy guilty of murder, whether or not he's a true fan or not. Edgeworth just went, oh, do you love the Steel Samurai? Name 3 of his moves. Who objected? What? Who was that just now? I don't know, okay? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What? Why has he got the mask back on? Focus, please. Exactly.
It would be I, young lady.
Larry, what are you doing interrupting me like that?
Angie! Please hold for a second, I beg! You may never accept this old man as a Steel Samurai fan, but I totally think he's a Steel Samaniac.
Stop making things up.
What exactly is a Steel Samaniac, pal?
I believe you meant to say Steel Samurai Maniac.
Yeah, and trust me, I know a real fan when I see one, because I'm the Steel Samurai.
Yeah, for like one night. The worst night of my life. I will never acknowledge you as the true Steel Samurai. Oh, I feel like we should have I feel like we should have a yap command, but just for Edgeworth when he goes off the rails. What are you getting so worked up over, Mr. Edgeworth?
It appears that the real Steel Samurai recognizes me as a fan. as well as he should, for I am a fan. It's not as though I missed the entire show. It was a most amazing show, filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart.
The sarcasm dripping from his long wooden nose couldn't run any thicker. I don't want to think about thick liquids running from his nose, Kay. That was a bit too disgusting of a metaphor. Getting the name of the move wrong only proves that he didn't watch the last scene. What I really need here is something more definitive. Something that links Mr. Albert directly to the murder of Mr. Manny Cochin.
You know what, Gramps? You're really something else. I'm honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai, but what is it for? Well, I was just wondering how you found out about the early summer rain jab.
Ooh, true. How did you even know what the move was called?
That move is only a secret that only a small portion of the staff know about.
Wait, it was a secret? Larry, wait, what did you just say?
Huh? Did I say something stupid again?
Larry, you say something stupid always, honey. Did you say that the early summer rain jab was actually a secret?
Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. It's more like we only decided on the name of the move right before the start of the show.
Right before?
Yeah, the stage director was going nuts before we were supposed to debut the move. About 5 minutes before the show, we threw it up on the dressing
Yes,
room's
Larry.
whiteboard.
Thank you for the bit, Holmes. You're so right.
Early summer rain jab. That's kind of how we decided the name of the move. But by that time I'd already bent the spear, so I guess the whole thing was kind of pointless.
You're pointless, Larry. All of you Steel Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy.
Long story short, because we changed the move to the sushi slash, we kind of pretended that the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we'd changed the move, so we made it a secret.
So basically, a gag order was issued for publicity's sake. It almost makes the early summer rain jab sound like a lost art. This just in. Miles Edgeworth is going to be a lost media YouTuber and all he's going to talk about is the early summer rain jab.
Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff hasn't even heard of the move. Hold those lips of yours still. What the heck, old man? I've done nothing but listen, and from what I can tell, it's all very unrelated to the case. It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise in wasting time, much like a kid's show.
Mr. Alba, I believe the one who should be quiet now is you.
How dare you?
I suspect that you've already noticed exactly what the very severe implications are in this man's testimony.
So now you're trying to bully me, huh? There are no implications to be read into a behind-the-scenes story of a kid's show. Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this, Quercus Alba.
You were the one who said it yourself, that the name of the move was Early Summer Rain Jab, but that name was only decided upon right before the show was about to start.
So? Just what are you driving at? That the name of the move you told us was never used in the show or said aloud.
Now then, would you care to tell us about how you found out the name of that move?
Because I can only think of one way you could have known.
Quercus Alba, this is the only way you could have known the name of the special move. Shit! I didn't get to save before I did this. Wait, can I save? I can save! Wait, I can save. I can save right now. Though I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is. You know, I just need to save. I'm gonna say he saw it, because they said they put it up on the whiteboard. You knew the name because you saw it. You saw it on the dressing room's whiteboard. Thank you for the hydrate, by Genderly.
Ugh.
The staff members who knew were keeping it a secret, so you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked. Which means that the only other option left is that you saw it on the whiteboard. So that means that Mr. Albert was in there at some point, right?
What's the big deal, sir? I don't see what that means.
There's another piece of evidence that has a great deal to do with the dressing room, so we can't afford to let this slide. This is related to both the dressing room and to Mr. Cochin's murder. What? What's related to the dressing room? Is it the samurai dogs? I've low-key been wondering the entire... Ever since we got the samurai dogs, essentially, I've been like, so when are these gonna come in? Because we haven't used them yet, like once. I'm assuming that possibly it's now.
Take that!
What do you mean there's no connection? Shit. Let me load back up. No, wait, I know what it is. Don't say your theory, Atari. I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Speedrun, speedrun, speedrun. Yes, it was on the whiteboard. 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 So you saw it on the whiteboard, so that means that Mr. Albert was in there at some point, and we know why he was in there. We know why he was in there. Well, we don't know why. We know how he was in there. This was related to both the dressing room and to Mr. Cochin's murder. Is it the fireplace wall? Atari, confirm whether or not this was your theory before I press enter. It's the fireplace wall, right? Because didn't we figure out earlier that the embassy is connected to the dressing room? It's not your theory? Oh no. What's the theory then? Well, I guess I'll try and see if this works. It doesn't work. I'm wrong. I'm wrong? All right. Well, now I have to have now I have to get a theory. Give me a theory. Third time's the charm, and I'm taking your theory. And the charm is that I'm getting the answer from someone else. There's one other thing I can think of being in the dressing room, which is the push cart. The push cart? That would never have crossed my mind. We can try the push cart. What does the description on the push cart say? Push this to Alabast from the dressing room. Okay. Theory's correct. The push cart that was used to move the body was right there in the dressing room. During the show, the push cart awaited its turn to be pushed on the stage in the dressing room. And it was finally pushed there, along with the Iron Infant, in the last scene of the show. Oh, excuse me. And then, right after the show ended, it went into Alabast along with the Steel Samurai. Which means that the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage. So basically the killer has to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show. Precisely. Hopes! Thank you for the 4-month resub. Wait, tier 2? Hopes. Hopes tier 2? You didn't have to do that. I don't have anything special for T2. I don't even have a T2 exclusive emote. Well, now I have to make one, don't I? I gotta make a tier 2 emote. Oh no. Maybe it'll be my hype emote, but I'll make it rainbow colored or something. Would you like a rainbow hype emote? Because one thing I have seen streamers do with the tier 2 subscriptions, the emotes they promote at tier 2 are like recolored versions of emotes they already have. And personally, I don't want to recolor any emotes without the artist's permission, so I'd probably only be able to recolor the ones that like either I've made or just of me. I'm thinking. I gotta write this down. I got a raise last week. Congratulations. Let me get this figured out. Rainbow emote. Tier 2. There you go. I'll try and figure out to give you at least one emote for tier 2. I'm really happy I got that right. Hey, I'm happy you got that right. Because I think it would have taken me ages otherwise if someone hadn't told me. Oh, he's losing his face again. Oh, but wait. What if, and this is just a what if the murder took place right in the dressing room?
What do you mean, Kay?
I have to admit, she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people.
Slipping undetected into a private dressing room then would be simple as pie.
The killer must have come up with the idea to move the body with the pushcart then too. Correct, thus making the theatre's dressing room the ideal location for the murder of Manny Cochin. Quercus Alba, during the show, you went down to the dressing room, and I want to know why.
Yes.
He's struggling so hard.
Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room. I knew it. I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal. You got that? Arrest.
Ooh.
Not so fast.
It's alright, Gumshoe. I'm also 2 steps ahead in this game, don't you worry. I'm sure the samurai dogs and the rotating fireplace walls are gonna mean something incredibly important. But I think I have to wait a bit to get there.
What is it now? Don't I deserve a chance to explain myself?
Explain? What's there to explain?
I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost when I did. I wanted to ask for directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, no one was inside.
Okay. I'm gonna save because that's very much not true. I think I was 1 step ahead. Because I think the samurai dogs is the next thing we're gonna have to present here.
And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard.
You punk. Still trying to get out of this? Do you really think you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you can do to stop him? Ugh. I don't have enough evidence on hand to do anything. Yes, you do! I don't have the airtight evidence I need to put this man away for good. Yes, you do! But if that's what I need, then perhaps... Agent Lang, I believe an investigation of the dressing room in question is in order. It's possible that we may find new evidence there.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there. I'm sure he'll find some new facts, pal.
Oh, and if we use Little Thief, we may even learn something from a recreation.
We don't need to do any of that.
What? Wolfie, how could you?
I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there. My men really are something else.
And they found nothing?
There's only one thing I can say to you, sis, and it's that they found nothing. That's it.
I guess you're right. If they'd found something, they would have reported it to us.
They couldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find.
And if there's no info to feed into Little Thief, then I can't do much to help either. Is this the end? No! No, I know what to do! The samurai dogs! Let me present the samurai dogs, please! You haven't missed much. We just can't find any evidence in the dressing room. The murder took place in this theater, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights. And the fact that it was Mr. Alba himself who committed the murder. If I can't prove both statements to be true, Mr. Alba walks away a free man. Is there no other course of action left to us?
It would appear that your hand of cards has turned out to be a bust. Now, if you will excuse me, because of you people, I missed my flight.
Oh, what a poor man. Oh, how sad.
Now I must make haste to arrange for a new one.
Who's objecting now? Who objected today? Same, Kay. Who is it this time? It's samurai dog time, chat. It's time to get the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Who? World's smallest violin. True. Hold it right there, you whippersnappers. Ugh. First Larry and now you. What is with that scary monster-like scowl on your face, Edgy Poo? Don't treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance. I've been meaning to say this, but all of you keep talking about things I don't get at all. You're leaving this lady in the sad, depressing, lonely dust that I'm about to cry in. Why did you have to speak up right at this instant? Well, no one else was speaking up right now. Hello? But you know what, Edgy Poo? Cheer up, because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing. The most wonderful thing? From you, she's about to kiss him. She's not, but in my head, that's what she would think the most wonderful thing is. It's super special that I couldn't give it away to just anyone, you know? Ah, my special present of love to my sweet Edgy Poo. Are you ready? Is this... Wait, it might actually be a kiss. It's the dogs. Oh my gosh, I knew it. I knew it. It's the dogs. Woof, woof, baby. It's
a box of those samurai dogs, right?
Yes. Oh, Edgy Poo. Here you go on and eat one and you'll feel as right as rain.
This lady, I swear.
Everyone is lost for words.
Are we through here?
Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden? Edgy Poo, tell me you understand the depths of this lady's love for you. I've just realized I've kind of started doing like a Kath and Kim accent. Full old bag. I'm not one to hand out snacks willy-nilly, you know. No, sir. The thought occurred to me that maybe it would be good if I fed you and made sure you were nice and full. One day it's my dream to serve you some of my own homemade food. I mean, isn't it the desire of every woman to make sure that the beloved never goes hungry? And that's what I wanted to experience. Oh, damn it. I was trying to keep up, but she went too fast. I was doing so well. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do anything about her? There's no power on earth that can force that woman into silence. But I'm so sick and tired of it. All you people do is look down on me. I just realized that this is the second game in which, the second Ace Attorney game, in which Old Bag has attacked people, or fake attacked people with weapons. The first one was her little gun. Her little fake, like, laser space gun. In, was it the second game or the third game? Second game. Second game. The case where Maya gets kidnapped. I'm pretty sure that's second game. Yes, because third game is Iris and Dahlia. Even this box of samurai dogs played me for a fool. It had a special design on its fan, like the Japanese flag, so I thought it was special. But when I ate one, it just tasted like the rest. Oh, it made me so mad. Wait, a special box with a Hinamaru-like fan on it? I've never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. However, there it is. The red sun on this fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? After the show, the samurai dogs were piled up on the dressing room floor. However, there is no such thing as a Hinamaru dog. We've got logic for this. Hello? This contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The rays from this red sun may just be what we needed to point us in the right direction. A present?
This junior bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all into the pushcart just to move them.
Ah. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Cochin at this theater and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then you forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. It's time to piece the final pieces of this logic puzzle together. No matter how fragile or small the connections may be, once we've found them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. Okay. I feel this may require some save slop. Let's bring this in. Logic time. Okay. I'm gonna go these two first. Okay, good. The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means... No. 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 Wait. Oh, there's no way. I just figured it out, I think. Oh my gosh. Listen, Ace Attorney has had some pretty ridiculous evidence, theories, testimonies, proof of murders and stuff like that. I think this one may take the cake. Chat, are you ready? Are you ready to hear what I'm about to say, okay? So usually, the samurai dogs do not have a colored in red circle. Right? It's not red, it's white. However, there was one that had red in the circle. Why was that? The red is blood. The red is Manny Cochin's blood from his murder that somehow got flicked and splashed right into this specific spot of the box. I am losing my mind. Oh, there's no way. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. That's not just ridiculous. That's diabolical. Okay, let's see if we're right. I'm shaking your hand, Atare. Oh my gosh, it's fucking blood. If we're right, this is gonna be the funniest shit ever. Which means I had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up on the dressing room floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer. Alright, are we ready for this next one? Hinamaru dogs. Killer removed the samurai dogs. Are we ready? Oh my gosh! That which should not exist, this box of samurai dogs with a Hinamaru on it. If this red sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing the satellite dogs? Samurai dogs from the pushcart, then it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so fucking funny. This is, oh my goodness. This is, I'm so done. Wendy Oldbag. I thank you. Don't do that. What you have given to me is truly something very special. Edgy poo!
Mr. Edgeworth? Are you sure you're feeling okay, sir?
Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Cochin in the dressing room.
How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is with some definitive evidence.
That arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and it's what will put you away for good.
Huh, you're bluffing.
Oh.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sounds like you finally found him.
You finally found the fangs we need to go after this guy's jugular. Okay, you don't have to make it sound that sexy.
So tell us, what about that box of samurai dogs is going to put the old man away?
The trace evidence that will bring him down. Why, it's here, of course. No, it's not letting me hit the sun. Wait, I think I have to do this with my mouse. Let me try and... There it is. That's better. This box of samurai dogs with a Hinamaru fan on it. This should never have existed. So I want you all to take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood. Ah! It's too much. Huh?
What? Blood, you say?
Agent Lang, I'd like this blood analyzed post-haste.
I've got to admit, I'm a bit surprised. Can't believe you found blood in a place like this. Hey, you, get this down to the lab pronto.
Why was there blood on that box to begin with? If we think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you said you transported the samurai dogs with the pushcart, correct?
Yeah. You have a great memory, Edgy. The pushcart was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? So to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart.
If what Larry says is true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor?
I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart.
Exactly. And that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto the box.
But when my men investigated that room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there. Because embassy staff members had already confiscated them.
Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence of the murder. It's a good thing Ms. Oldbag managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Ms. Oldbag also managed to put this great thief to shame. What a scandalous way of putting that! I didn't steal, I received it from myself. That's not how anything works. We gotta get Manny Cochin to color red in coloring books with his blood, because apparently it doesn't go over lines. I know, even in death, he's perfect at coloring in. Quercus Alba, I'd say this was one very fatal oversight on your part.
Sorry to rain on your little love fest, however.
How can you be so self-confident in a no-win situation for him like this?
Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Cochin, then what?
So, Mr. Edgeworth, it sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh? The sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room.
And? You say that like it means something.
Huh? Excuse me, sirs.
Report! What were the results of the analysis?
Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood.
I knew it! With this Quercus Alba. Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question.
Your question?
The one from before, or have you forgotten? Even if that is Mr. Cochin's blood, what difference would it make? Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was that dressing room. But it doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it? That's...
He has a very good point. The blood on that box doesn't prove that Mr. Alba is the killer. Then, this evidence, it's meaningless? I'm doing a save. You're still debating with him? Yes. Yes. This is the third stream in a row. This is, this guy has like 17 lives. He's the ultimate boss battle.
It can't be. We were so close, sir.
We're so lucky no one in the mainline games is this clever. That's a... Wow, that's such a mean thing to say. I want to smack that smug look off his face. Come on, there's got to be something we can do. We finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something I can expose with it. Just to the villains, though? Because otherwise it'd be such a pain to get through them. I know, but it's kind... But I interpret it as an insult to, like, Phoenix. Because he wouldn't be smart enough to beat him, is what I thought you were trying to say. He's an Elden Ring boss for debating. Yeah, he's covered pretty much every corner, crossed all his T's and dotted all his I's. We're in thinking mode. He's going to his Mind Palace chat. Ugh. I can't think of a single thing. Okay, stop laughing. I don't know how to laugh well in different voices, bro. Oh, I didn't even get to read what he said. Who is it this time?
Who was that? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now. It wasn't me, pal. And it wasn't me this time either.
It wasn't me either. It was me. Who are you? Forensics guy? Wait. Why did you... because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir. What else is there? That should be Iron Infant. That would be so funny. After all this time, the baby can fucking talk. There's more? What? Hurry up and spit it out. Yeah, yes, sir. That blood I mentioned. It's not of the same blood type as the victim's blood. Shit, wrong button. It's from this. It's from the wound. It's from Alba's wound. Kagami 2, you're a genius. No. What? What? What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then who the hell's is it? I don't know, sir. All I know is that it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir. What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore. Neither do I. Well, I do! Talk to me, talk to Zeph. I'm right here. It's Alba's blood. Bro.
My, what an amusing turn of events! That blood drop proved something to be true, all right? Namely, my words.
And which one of your words would that be?
The ones where I said that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy?
What sort of nonsense?
Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder.
I mean, I feel like there are plenty of ways that blood can't be related to the murder, but it still is absolutely related to this murder.
So you would like to believe. But what if someone preparing the samurai dogs had a small nosebleed? What then? I guess that's possible.
Damn it. Have we been wasting our time on a red herring? Literal red herring?
The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough.
Quirkus Alba, you bastard. I'll just call him a bitch, dude. Oh, if only they could swear in this game. If only this wasn't a game for children.
Silence! Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. I've wasted enough time here with you, and you have your answers. Now let me through. Alba, it doesn't matter where you run off to. You'll never escape me. Someday I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you. You'll see. And all of Interpol will be behind me, working to see to it that that day comes. Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of a mutt. Oh!
Good boom. Amazing boom. Is this really the extent of all that we can do? Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? Or is there another possibility? Someone else other than the victim? Just when I thought I had him backed into a corner, it is I who has been backed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do? What would he, who can turn any disparate situation around, do? That was a sentence. Turn it around. That's it. I must turn my way of thinking around. It's not whose blood is this. It's whose blood could get onto the box like this. And if I think about it that way, if the blood got onto the box when the body was being placed into the pushcart, then the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. And there is only one person that could be.
Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from center stage and will be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately.
Oh, what a poor life he must live in his home country. Free, not in prison. What a disaster.
But it's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow more freedom than you'll ever know.
Hello? Is that an admittance of guilt? Like,
freedom like what the raven feels as it flies through the dark night sky. You can't lay a finger on me, not now or ever. The arm of the law is powerless before me.
go on, be a dickhead. Be a bastard, Edgeworth, let's go. Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you.
What do you mean?
Allow me to describe you in one word. Pitiful.
Oh. Pitiful? How so?
Quercus alba, your wings were clipped long ago. And for someone who's trying to fly away on them without noticing that fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you.
Huh. Mere words.
I nearly said that as mere words. Shout out to Catfrog. What do you mean by his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth? Just what you think it means, Kay. We had already caught him in our trap a while back, with an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence.
Hey! Elster, Mr. Prosecutor, care to speak in English? What are you talking about? What piece of evidence?
The piece I speak of is, of course, this drop of blood. But we know that it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all. Ms. Von Karma, I believe that is exactly why it's very important to the case. And the part that is the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. You're looking a little pale. Good. Then I believe you are already aware of what I mean.
Then you know who the blood belongs to?
I'm just gonna save just in case. There's no way it's not Alba, but like, you just have to make sure, you know? Finally, I can use this emote again. Oh, hell yeah. Good emote, Ouija. Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that stored this box of samurai dogs belongs to this person. Alba.
Take that!
The blood of the red sun in this box belongs to you, Quercus alba. What?
What?
Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs? He's not even a victim. The blood fell onto the box when Mr. Kochin's body was being loaded into the pushcart. At that time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer.
So that's what you mean. If the blood doesn't belong to the victim,
then there's only one other person it could belong to. Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion.
But Mr. Kochin was the one who was stabbed, sir.
Have you destroyed the old man? Oh, we're so close, Cass.
Why would Mr. Albert been the one who was bleeding?
What if during the murder Mr. Kochin had fought back? You mean if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Kochin managed to wound Mr. Alba? Yes, and I believe we have a piece of evidence that proves that he was bleeding then. What is the piece of evidence that shows that Mr. Alba was probably bleeding at the time? His wound! Oh, the music is kicking in. Duh, duh, duh. Dance, dance, dance. Alba, you bear on your body a great wound.
That was from when Damas II attacked me with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room. Ah, but is that really what happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as fact. Shall we try a test, Mr. Alba, and see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors?
You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip by, no matter how insignificant the possibility.
Those are a lot of good wiggles, Atare. Let's go. You're the one to talk, Mr. Alba. You've managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as the smuggling ring's leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. Except for me. You truly are a one-of-a-kind criminal.
I am the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing.
You believe I've overlooked something?
You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Cochin, and that it was caused here in one of the theater's dressing rooms, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound, and one that could only have come from a blade. I wonder where you will propose that such a weapon came from.
This theater was packed with security guards. It would have been impossible for anyone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort. Except it wouldn't have because he had the knife! Saving! No, it's not the knife! It's not the knife! It's the key! On Manny Cochin's body! Okay, let me not get ahead of myself here. Just as Mr. Alba was able to bring in the alabastrian knife in a bouquet, there must have been some other way to sneak in a weapon of some sort.
Oh, but as long as you can't prove what that other way is, all your talk about Mr. Cochin stabbing me is pure nonsense.
Oh, the Poplio wiggle is perfect. I love that boy.
So if that other way does exist, you'd better hurry and tell me now.
Oh, the bow. I love when he does that. Oh, with pleasure. Oh, he's really just such a gentleman in the end.
Wait, what?
This piece of evidence shows us how Mr. Cochin brought a weapon into this theater. Key! Please!
Take that!
Yes! Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yadagarasu's key.
That key!
That's the key that my father stole from here 7 years ago. And it's very unique, in that it is both a key and a knife. Meaning that under the guise of a key, it could have been easily brought into the theater.
Ooh.
You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you wiped off the blood and placed it back in Mr. Cochin's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside that safe, there was a document about Cadopian paper, signed by Mr. Cochin. In order to make it look like Mr. Cochin died as the leader of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened that office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Quercus Alba? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. I love him. And that is what some may call coup de grace. Thank you, Reddit.
Impossible! You can't take me down! Swine, all of you! Especially Manny Cochin! This is all because of that man's betrayal! He sought to steal control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as an ambassador. Which is why he deserved to die while bearing the guilt for all of my crimes for me. That's why I sent out the Yatakarasu's card and how this incident was born. Manny was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader who was killed by the Yatakarasu. But I had yet another reason, yet another story that was supposed to play out. Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close.
My throat hurts. Save me, chocolate milk, save me. Sorry to ruin the monologue, chat, but this voice makes my throat itchy.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you.
Okay, Scooby-Doo.
You meddling prosecutors.
He do not gaff. Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there is one more question I forgot to ask. This country's, or Alabast's, which country's court would you like to face first? Oh! Either way, it's game over for you. E. That was so funny. Oh my goodness, he has no eyes. I really like that it just started off with the E. It looked like it reminded me of the Markiplier E. Here we go.
Whew. This is it, the big day. It's Mr. Alba's trial today.
And next week, he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabast. Franziska is heading that one. I suspect she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it. Yes, Queen!
Having to face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir. I don't even want to think of what that would be like. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted into the courthouse. And boy, he looked about as glum as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck.
Aww, monthly? How does this man survive?
You know, I've been thinking. That flight attendant and even Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents.
Correct. That smuggling ring was the common thread between all of the incidents. Cammy Meal was to provide support during smuggling ops, using her job as an attendant, and Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favor.
Go you airlines and even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from the smuggling ring, huh, sir?
I suspect there are even more members of this ring spread throughout the world.
Yeah. Sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like.
What is it, Detective?
Nothing, it's just, well, come to think of it. Mr. Ernest Amano's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir.
I'm aware of that. Mr. Amano has been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Amano Group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring. But all of that has come to an end as his conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I was about to say security? I owe Mr. Amano a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society.
Well, with the arrest of both Mr. Alba and Mr. Amano, I guess that about wraps up the KG8 incident as well, huh?
I suppose so. The real killer in the KG8 incident 10 years ago was Manny Cochin. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG8 incident was Mac Rell. Those two facts are unshakable truth. However, it seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all at the trials today.
You're solving cases...
Oh, why did I give him the Alba voice?
You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir?
CCU and Dead Man. That still sends me. Perhaps now, these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Polino. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of these, so I'm giving them to you. Aww, free food.
What? Seriously, sir? Wait, actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them, don't tell me they're just coupons, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became Kadopia again, its economy has changed.
Really?
and it seems that Ambassador Polino has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He's been announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunified Cadopia. Yay! Cadopia is together again! Divorce era over! Monthly pay has got to be illegal? You'd think so. I'm actually really glad that Polino was a good guy. Because I was suspicious of Polino for a while. I'm surprised he's innocent after all this. But what a pity. Even though every item he sent is a treasure, you don't seem all that interested. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant, Kay. Wait, who? Who has an assistant?
Wait, that's not what.
Oh, that must be Kay saying that.
Wait, that's not what I said. Mr. Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir.
It was Kay. Oh my god, she's too silly.
Actually, come to think of it, where is Kay? How come she's still not here?
Hey, you've got to be more alert than that.
Ah!
I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit.
I totally didn't notice you or realize that voice was you. Lin Ji says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring.
Who are we shipping? Lang, what is this about? Agent Lang, a pleasant surprise to see you here.
It's been a long time since I set foot in a courthouse, but I wasn't going to miss watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him. Well, that and something else. I want to see you in action in court.
Okay! Okay, gay? Is that so, Agent Lang?
We flushed out all of the counterfeit bills, so Zhengfa is finally at peace again. And it's all thanks to you. So I just want to say, thanks.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth. I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights, I would not have been able to bring him to trial. I believe the victory belongs to the both of us in this case.
A shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change. You got that?
I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job.
Yeah, and if there's ever someone your precious truth can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. But as for me, I'm going to get that person no matter what.
All right. It's about time for the trial to start. I will see you later.
I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this. I prepared a whole ton of ticker tape for today's victory, sir.
I'll help throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins.
Hope you've got enough, because I'm going to go call my men up as well.
A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. He doesn't like the confetti. The scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final act of this long tale begins. The legend of the great thief Yadagarasu. It's the story of those who chose to dedicate their lives to the pursuit of the truth. Don't type so fast, I'm going to lose my way. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict for... Oh. And to that end, you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced on me when I was very young. However, I no longer think that is all we prosecutors are. And that is because... Because? Even though I've only been away from the courtroom for a short time, I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I've set foot in one. And today, more than any other day, I feel the fight within me rising. Objection. Oh. Good game. I really am in Mr. Edgeworth's debt for the other day. Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve in the friendly blue skies. I don't remember what voice I gave her. Also about my suitcases, I've been selling them on the internet and they've become a real sensation. Etsy. Thanks to the praise the art world has lavished on my work as being truly postmodern. The airline has chosen me to design their new line of Go-You jumbo jets. The jets? Just think, someday you'll be able to take a ride in my pink-walled, yellow-seated jet. It sounds kind of cute, though. I'm not gonna lie. Finally, it's over. I'm kind of sad it's over, but I am glad. Good job, dude. Edgeworth? That rudeness of a rude man. Because of him, my time and money is wasted. But more importantly, I received a most fantastic treasure recently. The Ruler statue. Oh my gosh. I also forget this guy's voice. Weighs a bit light in my hands, but oh, it's the fake one, isn't it? Oh, Polano, you dog. We finally caught Agent Hicks's killer, and I was able to witness Mr. Albert's teary eyes. It feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work another case in cooperation with them. However, the Cadopian courts await. Cadopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there. Oh, if it's illegal to take the whip overseas. Oh god, Mr. Meekins. This little patrolman has been fired as of today, sir. I thought I was safe since we found the gun I had dropped. But I hadn't noticed that I dropped my police badge too. I guess what really broke the camel's back was that I couldn't find my badge. My life has been suddenly tripped into a dark black hole, sir. I think I'll go to the courthouse and file a complaint with Ruffles Man. You won't go far with that, man. Who's next? It's Emma! It's the best girl. I was actually hoping to talk with Mr. Edgeworth a bit more than I did. But I've got to get going and return to Europe. Why do they all go to Europe? I've still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth on a case, I'm going to do it as a real forensic scientist. I'm sure he's going to need all the help I can give him scientifically. The imposter mayor, yeah. Oh, I forget the voice I gave this lady! Because the kidnapping was staged, I was let off easy. But I won't be going outside much anytime soon because that's really okay. The only prison I'm forever trapped in is the cage of love. The guard down at the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty. He has such a cold look in his eyes, just like that prosecutor. Oh good, she's got a crush. Stop it, Lauren. When will you ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love? Girl gotta get on Tinder. Emma? Yeah, Emma was in this game. Judge man. It appears there are all sorts of drama that take place outside of the courtroom. Since we judges are here day in and day out, I've only heard a few rumors, but apparently Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief and became a detective. Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something. Please don't. Please no. Oh, I forgot the Maggie voice too. Ah, stop doing this to me. She's so cute. Whew, I barely escaped death yet again.
Yeah, but boy were we lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth help us out, huh?
Yeah, but because I lost the key, I got fired from my security guard job.
Don't let it get you down, Maggie. You've still got me.
You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm going to pick myself up and get through this. I wonder what my next job should be. Ooh, this is actually kind of fun. And she's gonna be accused of murder in the next game, too. I'm betting on it now.
Why not come to Cadopia for your summer vacation? We have coupons aplenty. Right now, our embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder show. Although recreating that particular case has created a few small fires of its own. Then we had a few problems with the fire marshals, but the next event will be great. It will be an attraction entitled Capture the Yatagarasu. Of course, I hope to, in this case, help in creating our latest attraction.
She'll never get arrested for being accused of murder. Exactly. Her and Maya holding hands. Or shaking hands. They can hold hands. I don't know the age gap.
I can't believe that Mindy ditched me and went to Japan. But it's okay, because that's how I met Miharu. We're planning to go to Paris soon and start a business. We're going to sell blue ocean dogs. They'll sell like hotcake hot dogs for sure. A blue hot dog in a blue bun. I'll guarantee it'll turn your tongue and your face blue. I know I'm not really the type to work a lot, or at all really, but also I noticed that I really haven't seen the guy in the blue suit at all recently.
I'm sorry, the guy in the blue suit? How dare you disrespect Phoenix right like that, excuse me? So rude. Exactly, your other best friend. I gave testimony in court today as a member of the Yatagarasu.
You're Mr. Bad. You look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed that elements within the ring have begun moving?
They're probably fighting over who should succeed, over who should be the next boss. Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I'd ever heard of that smuggling ring.
Lang Ji says, thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you all yet.
Ah, youth. When did I become so old, I wonder? I've begun noticing the grey hairs in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring my mirror. You have grey hair on your head. Why are you worried about the grey in your beard? What do you want, old bag? I was the Pink Princess and the Pink Badger, all in the span of 2 days. Talk about busy. But it's all right, because I got a letter from my beloved Edgy Poo. Please take care of your hip, and when you wish to speak, first take off your headpiece. What does he mean by that last statement? It's not like I enjoyed being under a headpiece every time I see him. I've been an alien. I'm stopping here. I'm not trying to keep up with her again. I've done it once. Never again.
Whoop! I feel so much better now that the trial's over. And as always, your legal prowess was top-notch, sir.
Yeah, and nothing to beat the look on Mr. Alba's face when you revealed the ring's secrets. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into a courtroom.
Mr. Edgeworth is always 10 times fiercer in court.
Based on the information Mr. Alba offered up, they've begun large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to leave to Franziska and Agent Lang.
So what are your plans now, Kay?
Oh, well, we've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
Are you still trying to steal my job, pal?
Hey, why can't Edgeworth have 2 assistants? What's wrong with that? Just kidding, just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy.
What a relief.
Kay? Yeah? Even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief? Of course. But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagarasu. So I'm gonna hold off on doing anything until I've made a tight 3-person team of my own.
A 3-person team?
Ooh. Is she gonna realize that maybe we should be a 3-person team? A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me, if possible. Good to know she's gay. With those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the 2 other people you need. My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what was so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, the only things I will ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm going to work extra hard to make a world where the Yatagarasu isn't needed. Let's both strive for such a future. Well, I guess it's time for me to get going. I see.
Okay, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay?
She also called them old and ugly. That's true.
And don't be a stranger.
Don't worry. I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in. Okay, now that's illegal. Girl. I wonder if Kay's gonna be in the second game. I hope so. I hope this doesn't mean she'll only be in this investigations. If you could, I'd appreciate it if you came in through the building's front door.
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home has been broken for forever.
Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the 3 of us.
Yeah, a commemorative photo. Every big case has to end with one.
No. Edgeworth, you dick. Also, I just realized that his plant has a cravat. His plant pot has his cravat. Hey, why not?
Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course not, detective. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm taking the picture now. Hey, come back here.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this, sir.
Ugh. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Stop that. I can't be seen doing that. Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Say cheese. What's the photo? Give me the photo. And thus, the long tale of the KG8 incident came to a close. It saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is little time to rest and relax, for I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is I want to pursue the truth, and I want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for good. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed. Oh, I love that. I'm taking a screenshot of that. That's so cute. I love them. I hesitate to say this, but I might love Edgeworth and Kay teaming up over Phoenix and Maya. Because I do like Edgeworth more than Phoenix, and I probably do like Kay more than Maya. Love them, though. Ooh, new items in the gallery. Gimme. Hopefully it's all of them, considering 30% of accolades. What do I have to do? Oh. I forgot that this is collections, and it also includes the second game. That's my bad. For successfully checkmating an opponent in mind chess without using story mode. What is mind chess? For presenting Kay's promise notebook to her. For having met the creator of the Blue Badger in front of the Gatewater land. I've missed so many things. For examining all 3 benches. For examining both the sword and shield. For examining the signpost. Oh, these are from the second game. The photo album is complete. Oh my, I love that half of these are just Edgeworth getting hit in the head by the Blue Badger. Let me get all the exclamation points gone. That's so cute. I do appreciate a photo gallery. That's a spoiler? Oh, well. I don't know what it is, so I don't consider it that much of a spoiler. It would have been cool to use the old Edgeworth Graphics. Oh, look how Kay changed. She got taller. Her ponytail specifically got taller. So did Lang. Sheena got shorter. You got taller. You got shorter. You stayed the exact same. You got taller. You got taller. You got a bit taller. You got taller. You got a bit taller. You got shorter. You got taller. You got taller. You got the same. You got shorter. You got a lot shorter. Edgeworth is 26. Yes. You were the same. You got shorter. You got taller. Oh, little Kay. Bad got more hair. You got taller. I love looking at these. Polano got a little less yellow and more orange. Look who this guy used to look like. That's funny. Larry got taller. Wendy stayed the same. You look better like this. Cameraman looks very different. Puppy! Missile! Adorable. What do you mean there's more? Oh, there is more. Oh.
Objection!
Oh, cool.
Knuckle back.
I can make them say things. I'm just going through all of these. I need to clear all of these exclamation points. There's still more of them? Where? Oh, in confrontation. I missed Sheena. Am I done? I'm not done. Who did I miss? Okay, you're done. Are we done now? What am I missing? Ernest Amano, apparently. So I have to like click on them and then click away from them or something. Now we're done. Documentation. Oh, that's cool. It's like her designs. Cute! Look at them go! Wait, I love them. Wait, I love them so much. Oh, I hate him without his bangs. Wait, why does he look like Manfred when he doesn't have bangs? I hate that. We're stopping that right now. Oh, we're going back. That may be a spoiler. I didn't see it, though. And then the music collection. Cool. What a good game. I loved that. I can't wait to do the review on it. Because it's going to be a very highly praised review. I think this is actually probably I said it before, but I do genuinely think this is my favorite of the Ace Attorney games that I've played so far. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 6 I still haven't played. So we're still a little bit away, but still. And you're still awake, Bear. Let's go. Since I'm off work for a few weeks looking for a general vibe. Ooh, we haven't done a tarot card in a minute. Let's go. Let's get that tarot card in. You want some general vibes? Let's get those vibes. All right, let me do a little bit of shuffling. A little bit of shuffling in my life. There we go. All right, it should be good. All right, Atari vibes, Atari vibes, Atari vibes, Atari vibes. Oh. You know what? 2 came out, so I'll read 2 for you. Happy Tuesday, Bob. How are you? All right, Atare. Your cards are the 8 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. So let's read whichever one comes up first. 2 of Pentacles. Your card affinity must be doing something. Partially that, and also I think the cards just stick together a little bit. All right. The 2 of Pentacles, the keywords are ambition, choices, foundation, determination, and business ideas. The 2 of Pentacles often appears when there's a dilemma between 2 options, both of which have their own merits and pitfalls. It can signify a choice between jobs, career paths, places to live or study. Dilemmas about money, such as the cost of a home or budget for a wedding, are possible, and joint investments with partners, including mortgages, might need to be considered too. Finances should be monitored regularly and thoroughly, as unexpected costs are likely, and you may need to budget your time and energy as carefully as your money to avoid feeling burnt out. Okay. So it sounds like maybe there's a decision hanging over you. 2 options that you can't yet figure out what to do about them. So that may be on the card. Well, they are on the cards, but they may be in your life. And then the next one is the 8 of Wands, which mean communication, movement, travel, self-awareness, and opportunities. Known as a card of communication, the 8 of Wands marks the start of a busy period in your life. Odd, considering this is your time off, but we move. Prepare to be in high demand, as long-awaited messages, emails, and calls finally come your way. Favorable job interview outcomes and business proposals are both likely. Those looking for love could meet a promising new partner online or while traveling, and you may receive unexpected messages from ex-partners. Any delays to home moves or legal proceedings should be over soon. Pay attention to any messages you receive, as they could offer an opportunity in disguise. Okay. So that do seem, from what it sounds like, there may be something unexpected coming that brings you a choice to make. From what it sounds like. Both of the cards brought up the idea of something unexpected happening. So maybe there's something going on there. Maybe you have a choice right now, and maybe you haven't realized it. You haven't realized the choice that is there. Because I'm personally not the kind of person that thinks tarot cards predict the future. So I'm not going to say something's going to happen to you and you're going to have to make a decision, even though that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm saying that maybe something has already happened, or maybe you're not 100% aware that something has happened, or that you'll have to make a decision at some time. You're not quite aware of it yet. Potentially. Maybe. I don't know. It is a bit of a mysterious card reading, that is for sure. All right. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? Why doesn't that work? Why can't I look at this person's channel? There we go. There's only one thing I can think of, and I kind of don't want to deal with that. Well, unfortunately, maybe the cards are telling you to potentially, maybe something will come up where you will have to deal with that. I don't know. All right. Whom to raid? Do we want to watch Minecraft or Pal World, chat? I feel like there's not many options today, unless we want to find want to find an Ace Attorney streamer. I've once again joined right at the end of stream. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, Bob. It's unfortunate. I mean, I could go a little longer, but I kind of don't want to. There is someone playing. There is someone playing Ace Attorney Investigations right now. We could watch them. What do you feel like? Do we want to go back in Ace Attorney and watch someone else playing Ace Attorney? Or do we want to watch Minecraft? Or do we want to watch Power World? Looking forward to the next mystery game since I know for sure I like it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to start Portal. I'll have to install it. I'll have to remember to install it and set it up. I might forget, but I'll try to remember. Minecraft or AA sounds fun. Minecraft sounds nice. All right, we'll go to Minecraft then. This is a person that we've raided before. No, this is a person that has raided us before, but we've never raided them before. This is D-Dancer85. So let's give her a bit of love. She's also raising money for charity currently. Paws Across Pittsburgh. So it sounds like, I actually don't know what Paws Across Pittsburgh is, but I assume it's something to do with animals. I feel like that's a correct enough assumption. But she's playing some Minecraft right now, and let's send some love over to her. That might be nice. But yeah, I want to say thank you everyone for coming to stream. Let's send our love over to D-Dancer. This is the raid message for those who are followers of the stream. And then this is the raid message for those who are subscribed to the stream. If you want to follow me on various socials, there they are there. My YouTubes, my Blue Sky, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. I'm mostly active, probably YouTube, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can also join the Discord. We can have fun with that. You can vote for next month's Community Day, though I think we already have a bit of a surefire winner, which is Mario Kart, which I kind of expected. It is only Mario Kart 8, though. I don't have a Switch 2. We're not playing the next one. Later this week, we may possibly be playing BioShock 2. I will put in that it is only possible because my room is being renovated. Well, it's not really renovated. It's being repaired because I got some cracks in the walls that need to be repaired. And that is starting on Thursday. So there is a really high chance there won't be a second stream this week. But next week we will start Portal. Thank you everyone so much for coming, and I will see you all next time, hopefully. See you all.